go ahead and give you a long overdue update on I think we're on my third Project 10 pan. I think this is update number 2 or 3. I just can't quite remember. They're all kind of blended together. But as I have done in the past, I'm going to show you the ones that I've used up, what I have left, and then I'm just going to roll right into my next Project 10 pan. I've picked some new items to go along with the items that I have rolled over. So let's go ahead and get started with the things that I've used up. So I have completely used up my Physicians Formula Nude Wear Touch of Glow Foundation in Light. When I last updated you guys, I was here and I've completely used up what is in here. I actually even like dumped it out to get like the little mixer ball and everything out of here. This, as I mentioned before, it's a nice foundation. It's just too dark for me even though it's light. The one real flaw of Physicians Formula as a cosmetics line is they don't really have much of a shade range for anything that they have. So I think if this is a good skin match for you, it's a great foundation. I would buy it. I'm just not going to get it again because I don't want to have to fuss with mixing it. That's not my favorite thing to do in the morning. I've also used the Your Minerals Sweden setting powder. This is not a good setting powder. I found that since stopping the use of this and going over to my e.l.f. under eye setting powder, my fine line sinkage issue has still been an issue, but it's so much less severe. This almost seemed like it was doing nothing. It wasn't really helping with anything compared to the e.l.f. one, and this is so much more expensive. So I would not recommend this and I would not buy this. I've also used up the Julep Eyeshadow 101 Cream to Powder eyeshadow stick in the shade Champagne Shimmer. When you guys last saw me, I had just a little bit left. There we go. I had just a little bit left, but now it is completely used up. I have to say, I don't think I would get any more of the Julep shadow sticks. I think that there are other brands that have really showcased themselves to be much more superior to this, so it's not my favorite. All right, now the other 3 things I have are the 3 steadfast ones that aren't going anywhere. The first is my Body Shop bronzer. I actually stopped being so afraid and finally repressed this. And I'm actually much happier that I did that because now I can really pick up the product. And this was pretty domed when I first repressed it, but now it's kind of flattening out. And I feel much more confident about being able to use this up. I feel like it might be done by the start of December, which has got me really excited. I'm of course gonna roll this over into my next Project 10 pan. I also have my NYX Wonder Pencil. This is slowly starting to wear down. Once I get down to the actual wording, that's when I'll start to track it because I won't have to use a piece of paper for it. So I don't know how far I've gone with this. This I don't find is nearly as creamy or emollient as other waterliners that I've used. So I don't think I would buy this again if I'm being honest, but it could just be because it's a little bit older, even though I'm sharpening it. So I'm always kind of getting a fresh, part of the stick, it still isn't great. And then I have the bane of my existence. I have the Clinique Chubby Stick. This, according to the lines, I have not made any progress on this since my last update, but I really truly believe I am wearing this down. I'm getting to the point now where it's less domed, which I think is why you're not seeing any progress inching down, because I'm really working on just flattening this overall. I'm just tired of this. This was not meant to be a long-term 6-month project panning item. I really underestimated what this would take to use, and I am tired of it. I'm just tired of it, but I am hell-bent on finishing it. All right, now let's talk about the other items that I'm rolling into my new Project 10 pan. The first is a setting spray. This is the MAC Prep and Prime. I got this because I had heard so many great things about it. I've never owned anything from MAC before, and I figured if I was gonna get something from MAC, it would need to be something that I knew I would definitely use without any issues. So I picked up this, and I don't love it. I don't know what's wrong with me, because I feel like everybody loves this, but it just isn't the greatest thing ever. I don't think that the pump is that great. I find that when I'm spraying it, I want to spray it 5 or 6 times, and the pump gets a little bit locked while I'm doing that. I don't think it's the best thing ever. So I'm just trying to pan it to be done with it. This is where I'm starting. I've made a pretty healthy dent on it. Like I said, I use setting sprays every single day, so I'm sure this won't take me too much effort to use. I'm also throwing in my Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. This is in Porcelain 10. I'm throwing this in here because I like this, and I just want to get through as many foundations as I can so that I can finally repurchase my like holy grail BB creams. I think I have like maybe 5 left, and then I can do that, and this is one of those 5. So I can't really mark it because I tried holding it up to the light to get through the glass, but it's pretty opaque, so I don't know, but I'm just gonna use it. Then we have my Avon eyeshadow primer. I really desperately want to use rock eyeshadow primer, so this is kind of where I'm starting. My goal right now is to, let's see if it will focus. My goal right now is to kind of work on the sides to slowly inch it down so I can get a better feel for what's in here. I don't really know how deep this stuff goes, but I'm enjoying it while I have it, which is nice. I'm happy to have some products in this Project 10 pan that I really actually don't dislike. It makes it a lot easier. I'm also going to try to use up my CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. This is a nice primer. I really do enjoy this. It is kind of almost like a moisturizer. It really does feel good on my face. I am pretty deep into this. I'm about, I'd say like halfway down, and I really do like it. I think it's decent. It's just not as great as the Becca one, and that's kind of what I got my eyes on these days. I also have some other like primer samples that I just want to kind of get out of my collection because they're just kicking around. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. This I feel like came in a Sephora Play box. Then I have 2 more of the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Honest to God, I feel like I have probably used a full size of this just through samples. I get so many of these, and they're not a bad primer, I just don't like the texture. It's just not my texture. I have the Too Faced Glitter Glue, which I'm looking forward to using. I've heard a lot of good things about this. And I have the Marcel BB Cream Golden Glow. This is called a BB cream, but it's kind of meant to be a primer. It doesn't really have much coverage to it, so I don't think this will take me too long to use. Then I have like a 2-for-1. I am gonna bring in another shadow stick, but this time I'm gonna bring in 2. I don't think this Lorac Tati one is gonna take me too long to use, so I wanna go ahead and just plan on using this first and then bringing in my Tarte waterproof shadow stick in Champagne Pearl. You guys can probably see a theme here. I'm just trying to use up as many of these things as I can, and in the most basic color. That way it can really be used for any kind of look. And I've been really into like sort of a shimmery, glittery eyelid look, so those just work really well for what my liking has been lately. I also have a lip product. So what I have on my lips right now, it's the Bare Minerals Moxie Marvelous Get Ready. This is just like a little tiny, a little tiny lipstick that I'd like to use up. I'm not carrying this with me. I'm only using it in the morning, and then I go to school and I basically just put chapstick on the rest of the day. So I'm sure it will last me longer than if I were taking it with me everywhere and reapplying it constantly. But I just don't apply lipstick at school. That to me is one of those weird things I don't do, but it's here, I'm using it. As many lip products as I can use up will be so great. The other things I have, I'm gonna go back to my How About Them Apples Balm Palette, and I'm gonna try to pan Caramel. This has been one of my favorites lately, and I've really been liking the color. It looks so much darker than it really is when you blend it out on your cheeks. I'm not wearing it today, but in most videos I have been wearing it lately, and I really enjoy it. And then the last thing I have is a shadow. This is the Lorac Pro palette, and I have my eyes set on panning this cream shadow. There is not a lot in here. I really don't want to have to repress this, but it's getting much more challenging to get my brush onto the sides and actually be able to get product onto my lid. But I am amazed. I really am chewing through cream shadows in particular, and my game plan is once I finish the cream just to move on to the white. It kind of has the same effect on my skin, so I am very happy with that. all around, I am looking forward to this new Project 10 pan. I feel like this is one of the first times I have a lot of products that I genuinely like or am using and don't mind using. So I think it's gonna make it a lot easier to keep working on like this, for example, because I'm not a fan of this, but there are so many things in here that I do like. I'm also excited because I've kind of taken the stance of these products are kind of serving as my weekly makeup basket. I'm just gonna be using these definitely Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday when I wear makeup, I'm just gonna let myself do whatever I want. Maybe I'll use this highlighter, maybe I won't. Like, I think that will really help me stay on track. So I'll still have some freedom to play with my other products and they won't go neglected, but I'll also still have, you know, set goals to work on. So that's where I'm at. That's how I'm doing. As always, I will link below my Google Doc spreadsheet where I'm keeping copious track of, you know, how much money these things are, like all my Project 10 pans for this year. And I'm actually feeling good about it, but not. I mean, I feel like I've used a good amount of products, but when you really look at it, it's not that many in number, which I think has been really eye-opening to see that even when you're trying desperately to work on products, it's still challenging to be able to go through a vast amount of items in a year. So just really eye-opening. Check it out down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next update, which will hopefully be relatively soon. I'm hoping to make some good progress in the short term. All right, that's it for me. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.